Here's one for trivia night. Did you know that zucchini is actually plural for this vegetable right here? The singular name is zucchina. And when it comes to picking these, you want to look for smaller ones because the larger that they get, the more bitter they can taste. So in addition to zucchini being delicious in a lot of your favorite dishes, it actually counts as one of those produce items where you can eat your hydration. They're about 90 to 95% water, making them super refreshing, which is good because they're grown best in the summertime. Squash can seem a little bit boring to cook, but come with me for some fun and creative ways to use zucchini in favorite recipes. Okay, now we are going to give a classic recipe a bit of a zucchini twist. We are going to make a lasagna, but in addition to our regular noodles, we're going to add a layer of vegetables and we're going to make our zucchini into noodles as well. So first we are going to cut our zucchini into our lasagna noodle width. I actually used plant-based grounds because I like to make my lasagna vegetarian. Some Italian seasoning, onion, and fresh garlic to make my layer for my plant-based meat mixture. Then we have some ricotta cheese. We're gonna add an egg just to add some fluffiness, whisk that together. I like to flavor things all along, so I'm actually going to add a little bit of Italian seasoning to this as well, just because I like to punch up the flavor wherever I can. And then we have our sauce, our shredded cheese, and our noodles. So we are going to start layering. And this is a fun hands-on activity to get the family involved and make a nice family meal together. And then we are going to do another layer of sauce. See, we're gonna do our meat mixture next. Arragata. I'm just gonna do this in drops instead of spreading it out. Something like this is perfect for cooking with kids because it is not pretty. It's going to cook together though, and then it's going to be pretty, and that's what we want. And then we have our lovely zucchini planks, which really work just like lasagna noodles. So as long as you have all of your layers in there before you add your next layer of pasta noodles, you are good to go. So like I said, super fun to make with the family. Let's go get our finished one. And one of the things that I love most about lasagna is such a good freezer-friendly dish. So you've cooked once, but you get to eat a couple more times, which saves more time with your family. All right, so zucchinis are a produce item that is in season in summer. And what we also want in summer are quick cooking meals that don't fill the kitchen up with heat. This zucchini noodle pad thai is the perfect recipe for that. We don't have to boil water for noodles because we are using zucchini noodles. The other great element is we are using two quick cooking proteins. We have our shrimp and our eggs, which are both gonna cook very quickly, only about a few minutes to get them both done. So that's gonna make this dish come together quickly for a not so hot meal. I wanna talk to you about when you are utilizing zucchini noodles. Zucchini is 90 to 95% water, and when water hits heat, or when a vegetable that is high in water hits heat, it's going to immediately start to come out. So one of the things that you want to do with your zucchini noodles, put them in a bag in the refrigerator with a paper towel overnight to let all of that moisture come out. You just want to try to get the moisture out of there so that there's less that is going to seep out into your dish, and that's how we keep them from getting soggy. So we're gonna put a little bit of oil in our pan, and we're gonna start off with our eggs. And I'm just going to start to break the yolk up, because if you've ever had pad thai, you want it to scramble. So we don't want to leave them sitting there because then we'll have sunny side up eggs, and that's not what we want for our pad thai. Grab a handful of our peppers and put them in there. And we're kind of coating everything in here because the egg is also acting a little bit like a sauce. And then we have our shrimp. We're going to add the zucchini noodles in for 1 minute, cook them along with our teriyaki sauce. And the reason we do the sauce at the end too is because some moisture is going to escape from your zucchini noodles. That's totally fine. Like we said, it's 90 to 95% water, but we're gonna add the sauce at the end to try to keep the integrity of the sauce and make sure that it doesn't get super loose and watery. And then to finish it off, we have some bean sprouts, some peanuts, one little hit of some fresh lime, just to add that brightness. And then if your family likes cilantro, I know that's a debatable topic in most households, you can chop some of this up, and when you serve it individually, just sprinkle it on top. Now, when you go to put produce in your dessert, you sometimes get an eyebrow raised at you. But when you use a zucchini, you have that added moisture and you're going to get the perfect zucchini chocolate muffin. So the first thing that you're going to do is grate your zucchini. And believe it or not, even though I just mentioned that you want that moisture in there, after you've grated an entire medium zucchini, which I have here, you want to take some paper towel, or you can take a clean dishcloth, and you want to squeeze the water out. Now, I'm going to tell you, it looked in the bowl like that zucchini was really dry. Once you have your grated zucchini, we're going to start adding the rest of our ingredients. So we have 1 1/4 cups of whole wheat flour, 1/3 cup of our cocoa, a teaspoon of baking soda. Now, I am using 1 egg in this batter. However, if you do have someone with an egg allergy, you can make a flaxseed egg, which is 1 tablespoon of flaxseed meal with 2.5 tablespoons of water. And I am just gonna whisk that up just a little bit in there when it goes in. A 1/2 cup of almond milk, 1 large mashed banana. So we're getting even more produce in here, which is wonderful. 1/3 cup of honey, and we're just gonna mix everything together. If you want your kids to help with this and you don't mind them knowing that there's zucchini in here, then go for it. This is a wonderful recipe to utilize with your kids. And then lastly, we're going to fold in about a 1/2 cup of dark chocolate chips. And then you're just going to fill your muffin tin evenly. And what I like to do is, instead of using a spoon, because I never end up doing it evenly with a spoon, I like to use a measuring cup because I find it is easier to get even amounts. So you want to start with something smaller, like a 1/4 cup or 1/3 cup, to start filling them. And then if you do find yourself with a little bit left over, then you can go back and fill it in. So after you've evenly dished your batter out into your muffin tin, you're going to put it into the oven at 350 for about 20 minutes. After a toothpick comes out clean when you insert it into the muffin, you can take them out of the oven and enjoy.